Health is wealth, vital is vital. Try and take care of yourself. Health is wealth, vital is vital. You can't rely on nobody else. Health is wealth, vital is vital.
Patient anymore because I stopped that that surgery. But ever since then, I changed my diet to vegan as well.
Not a lot though.
Doreen?
I'm muting now.
Changed my diet to vegan as well. Drinking my herbal tea, I call it herbal coffee now because I still drink it to this day. And yeah, I mean, you do not have to go down that road. You don't have to get a hysterectomy. Now, I'm not saying some people it got to a point where you may need that hysterectomy. Okay, you might got cancer or something going on. Even with that, you can heal from that too. You just have to change your diet radically. You just cannot play about changing your diet. But if that's something you want to do, that's your decision. Just know that there are consequences behind that, right? So you're either going to deal with it up front or you're going to deal with it on the back end, right? But this is pretty much what it is. There is other choices out here that you have access to, and me and Doreen have that knowledge to help you guys.
Well, I tell you what, sounds like some great information to me. And I'm one of those who actually had to go through with a hysterectomy. So I'm like I said, and Doreen, to go back, you look great in your glasses, by the way, even though you don't need them. You look great.
Right. Even though you can see very well.
But to go to say, it's something how we're gaining information and I'm gaining knowledge. I'm no doctor, I'm not certified in any of these things, but I am pretty much, I feel like a patient myself because I want to know about these things. These are things that I have gone through and lived, and lived through, and I'm better because of them. But sounds like there can be some things after. So again, I encourage you guys that if you have questions, you ask those in the chat here. And it looks like we have a question here in just a moment before we go to the next question from myself. I'm going to go ahead and and tap the floor with that. It looks like we have someone in the chat who's asking, is this good for someone who doesn't have a gallbladder? Can you kind of give us a little bit of insight on gallbladder tips, Dr. Petrina?
What do you mean? What is good for someone who?
Well, it looks like you were speaking of. I'm not sure if it was the tea, maybe, or if you could just touch base on any kind of insight on what you would do for someone who maybe still has flare-ups after having their gallbladder removed. So
basically, it's all about diet changes, right? So certain people who doesn't have their gallbladder, they can't eat a lot of fatty foods. And with vegan, you don't have to have those fatty foods. You can make different choices. So it's all about making those different choices on what are you putting in your mouth, so you won't have those upset stomachs and stuff like that. You want to make sure your digestive system is working properly with probiotics and stuff like that. So my herbal tea, you can drink it. Yeah, you can drink it. It shouldn't have any issues with far as like you not having a gallbladder. Yeah, you should be okay.
Okay.
And so
how are we thinking of that?
Erica,
and then I was going to say, going right to you. Yep, go right ahead.
I was going to say, the young lady that does have that question, when we're done with the interview, we can unmute and she can expand on it if she has like, some deeper follow-up to that. So we probably, we'll do that. This way they can unmute themselves and ask the question,
Absolutely. If they're comfortable with doing that, that's fine. If you're not comfortable, guys, just hit in the chat. We will have time for questions also at the end. But again, we don't want to discourage you from asking questions during the interview, because again, it's just a conversation and we're going with the flow. All right, ladies. So thank you for answering that, Dr. P. Let's go over into the next question I was kind of eager to get into. Now, we're all being affected by this whole pandemic right now. Don't want to go outside. And I'm telling you, I'm one of the ones that kind of get a little paranoid when we get around too many people at one time.
Yeah.
So it's either that, that could be going to the grocery store, that can be touching the elevator when I have to push the button from everyone else that's listening here. It could be wearing the mask, because we hear that the mask can actually cause, can make us sick as well. Sanitizing, social distancing. Can you guys kind of expand a little bit on that for us and give us a peace of mind on what we can actually do or what we should do to handle this? Ms. Germany, can we start with you?
Sure. So that's a very interesting. I love this topic. I absolutely love it, and here's the reason why. No mention has ever been on how to combat it from within. You know, you hear the media constantly talk about, even when the virus first started, you know, you heard them say, you know, social distancing, don't hug people, don't let people in, don't, when you get your groceries, spray your groceries, sanitize them. Like, I mean, it was a serious pandemic. And you know, they said wear masks and social distance and sanitize, which I think most of us have always been into sanitizing and cleaning. So that was kind of like scary to me that they had to like teach people how to wash their hands and sanitize. Like that's something that should, you know, first nature. But here's the thing. You still to this day do not hear them talk about really how to build a defense from within. Because here's the thing. The COVID-19 is a virus, one virus, right? Or maybe there's some other strains of it, but there's a virus. Do you know that we come across hundreds of viruses and bacteria all day long, every day? We are not going to be able to live in a bubble. We're not going to be able to hide ourselves forever. So what do? You build yourself from within so that you don't have to worry about this virus, that virus, you know, this one, because your natural immune system is going to fight all of it off. All of it. Our bodies are meant, we were built, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Like we really are. We have that natural defense to fight off anything that our body does not recognize. And that includes COVID, SARS, pig flu, whatever. All of these different things, even cancer cells, they come across our body all day, every day. Every day we fight, there's cancer cells that come across our body, but our natural immune system kicks in and fights it off. So when you're immune compromised is when you start to have issues. We're not going to be able to live in a pandemic the rest of our lives. Not only is it messing with us mentally, emotionally, but physically, because you can't sit here and live in a bubble and hide yourself away from the public. So, yeah, that's where I start. That's where I stand. You have to build it from within. Dr. Petrina.
So as a chiropractor, right? So, and I always say the immune system is the real MVP, right? So as long as we keep that up, we should be okay. Because as Doreen said, we do come in contact with a lot of viruses and bacteria in general, right? And our body is able to fight it off. COVID has been a scare because the media had blew it up like that, right? So it's scaring everybody. And then those people who immune system are naturally low based off of their disease states, autoimmune, high blood pressure, diabetes, they are more susceptible because of their immune system are low. It's lower than optimal, right? Mm-hmm. So you will get it. And so you have some people who have high blood pressure and diabetes that came in contact with COVID, but made it to the other side, right? And when I say other side, they got it, they got sick, and then they made it to the other side. But then you also have those people who don't, or who die from it based off of what's going on in the body. As a chiropractor, I recommend that you come in and get your alignment, your spine adjusted. Only because the nerves come from the spine, right? And they innervate the organs, the digestive system, the heart, the liver, all those type of things. Think of it as a water hose, right? So if the water hose got a kink in it, you're not getting that optimum flow from the water to water the grass. So as a chiropractor, what we do is take that kink out in order for that flow to work properly. So with that, it helps your immune system to be at its optimum peak. So I'm always going to advocate for chiropractic because I know it works. As Doreen can say to you as one of my clients or patients, it works. Just making sure that your spine is right, and diet and other things play a part, not just chiropractic and adjustment, other things play a part with what you put in your mouth, making sure your immune system with your vitamin C's and those type of things, different things that you need to take externally, to put internally to help your body to work to this optimum. and just educating yourself. I don't do a one-stop shop patient care. I do an individualized care because everybody is different. So I can't say Doreen treatment is going to be the same thing as Erica's treatment, right?
Mhm.
So that's what I do as a chiropractor and my specialty. So COVID, you can get over COVID because we all probably have come in contact with COVID up to this point.
Yes.
We're still
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
right?
Absolutely.
So my takeaway from this is make sure your immune system is the real MVP.
It sounds like you're suggesting that we build our immune system, which I can actually relate to that as well, because I actually kind of touch base with this with Doreen about my own immune system and kind of what I was going through and struggling with that. So Doreen, can you expand a little bit? I won't share with me as Dr. You know what we've done with me, because Dr. Petrina, as she just said, we're different. Everybody's different, right? So yeah, so if you can kind of expand on that a little bit and kind of help us on what you feel we should do to kind of, you know, build our immune system to kind of not be as paranoid as I am when I touch a doorknob.
Sure, absolutely. And I do want to touch on the vaccine. Okay. Now understand that Dr. Petrina and I, we're, you know, in our professions, we are not saying it's up to you to make your own decision. However, I would be remiss if I feel that we should address that. Okay. This is where we stand personally and what we know from you know, the standpoint of our profession. My thing with vaccines is that the vaccine is usually made after the virus, right? So a vaccine is made because this virus came out. There's a lot of casualties by the time this vaccine is made. So we know we have lost, I don't know what the number is. I know it's well over 100,000 Americans from this virus. Now here comes the vaccine. What makes the difference between those of us who have never ever gotten the COVID or never gotten sick? Because like Dr. Petrina said, we've all been visited by this virus. It was out well before it was it was talked about. So we might not started hearing about it until February and March of 2020. But we've heard stories of people having mysterious illnesses in November of 2019, October of 2019. I can tell you literally probably about 100 people I know with mysterious illnesses. So the vaccine is made after the fact. Now you're getting vaccinated for one virus.
That's right.
One virus. Okay. It's kind of like, I told Dr. Petrina and Erica this yesterday. It's almost like if you're preparing for war, you know, if you're in the military, whatever, you know, branch, and they're going to train you against all types of attacks, because they can't say we're only going to train you against a rifle attack or an M30. I mean, because they can get out there and then somebody throw a bomb and they're not prepared for it. So now the bomb takes them out because the only thing they knew to do is be prepared for the M30. Do you understand where I'm going with this? So when you build your immune system, you're built against all of that. You have one vaccination. What's going to happen when in 2022 another virus comes out? Now you're going to go get vaccinated for that. You're going to keep putting these things in your body when your body can fight it off. Now, if you're immune compromised, if you have, you know, autoimmune diseases and things like that, that's understandable. If you already have a compromised immune system, we hope that we can still do some things to help you. But again, just think about, you know, going for something after the fact. Okay, so I want to reiterate that. And also, just so you all know, I've never been vaccinated ever. Meaning, even as a child, my mother did not believe in school vaccination. I'm 50 years old now. Never been vaccinated. My children don't get vaccinated. My boys are fine. You know, they're 16, 19, and 26 years old. They don't get sick much. During this whole pandemic thing, we've been around people who we later found out had COVID. You know, we have not gotten sick. I'm not saying that we're immune. Don't get it wrong. You know, there's things that do happen. So I'm not saying we're Superman and Superwoman, but I'm saying a good immune system will help you fight against a bunch of things. Okay. So on that I want to talk about that. Now, Erica, you did ask, what ways do you suggest we build our immune system? I have a couple, and then Dr. Petrina has some really great ways as well. But first, because I'm into natural health. I talk more about the supplements and the nutritional part. Dr. Petrina deals with the nervous system, the skeletal system, and things like that. So from my standpoint, we have to get rid of toxins. We're toxic. Toxins are everywhere. They enter our body through our skin, through our nose, through our mouth, and of course what we eat. But so there's different things like pesticides, synthetic fillers such as MSG. Our foods are highly tampered with and modified. Oh my goodness, it's the biggest thing out here, because especially in the United States, because we have to find a way to feed as many people as they can and make it economical. So they're putting fillers and things in our food so the cost can be low and the production be high. But what cost are we paying? We're paying with our bodies, right? So there's, things like guar gum, high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, artificial food coloring, and more. Here's my thing. If it's man-made, don't eat it. And that may sound kind of, like, how do I do that? But you have to think about it. Things that come in boxes, macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes that are powdered. What the heck is that? What's a powdered potato? Things like that. Those are man-made, and those things there's no nutritional value, or if it is, it's very low, for our bodies. So also lotions. There's harmful additives in the lotions and perfumes. They enter our bloodstream through our skin. Our skin is our biggest organ. Things get into your body and your bloodstream faster sometimes than even when you're eating it through your skin. Overexposure to EMFs, electronic magnetic frequencies, such as the cell phone. I'm not saying be scared and don't use your cell phone, but there's going to be ways, and later we'll offer you all. There's going to be so much more teaching. This is a journey, so you're not going to get it all up front today. But there are things that you can do to eliminate your exposure. It can help. EMFs can affect your body's nervous system. It causes damage to your cells. It can cause insomnia and all kinds of illnesses. Lack of exercise. The body needs at least 30 minutes of movement, at least every other day, at least, okay? This helps your circulation, your heartbeat, and women, it actually helps with hot flashes and menopausal symptoms. I know, I am a witness for that. Lack of enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep is your immune system is not going to be strong enough to fight if you're not sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours per day. That's uninterrupted sleep, because we all know the body does what while you're sleeping? It heals, it revitalizes, it rejuvenates. And if you're having interrupted sleep, if you're waking up at 2 o'clock and you're getting on Facebook and going, I can't sleep, anybody else up? Come on. You can't, you're interrupting your body's natural flow. Your thoughts, we are all like, Dr. Petrina and I could do a 2-hour seminar on that, and we're going to do a follow-up, but your thoughts, negative thoughts, and what you say.
I don't think I want to wait. I want to know about it now. So just kind of speaking of thoughts and words, I've actually heard that there can actually be a mind and body connection, between a person overcoming illness and succumbing to it. So, Dr. P, can you kind of talk to us about, actually, either of you will take the floor and kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Go ahead, Dr. Petrina.
Okay. Do you mind if I share a little bit about your story?
Absolutely. You go right ahead. This is a conversation. Let's talk about
Doreen. Well, basically, I'll tell you about mine. I mean, just having my own, just dealing with my own journey, right? Just understanding myself, right? Understanding what I need. I went through the process of understanding the mind, body, and spirit. The body was easy to do with changing my diet and going to vegan and eating anti-inflammatory foods, and making better decisions on what I put in my body. The spirit, I'm always been with God, and me and God, we be riding like homies. So that's my homie.
That's right.
So the spirit that wasn't the issue. The main issue was the mind.
Yes.
Getting my mind to come on board with everything else that I did. And that last piece was the hardest thing I could ever do.
Yes.
Because, and they say if the man is not on board, the body not going to follow. So whatever you so used to, far as like what you put in your mouth, what you've been doing, and all this other stuff, the mind is used to it. And so I had to totally change and forgive myself and rethink new things. Now the habit is formed in 21 days, so you have to constantly see the difference or the different things that you want to change to in front of you, right? You have to keep that in front of you so that mind can eventually change to something different. But like I said, once that mind gets on board, everything else will flow. Some of the things that you could do, a lot of people don't know that vitamin D can help lower your risk from getting COVID, right? I would recommend that you get it checked to see what your levels are. You know, you don't go out and just take, vitamin D because you may not need as much as the next person. But if you do, you can start off with 1,000 units a day. But I recommend if I drew some blood from on my patients or whatever, I'll determine what it is. Like I take 10,000 a day because I know my vitamin D levels are low. So I take 10,000 units a day for 5 days, but I don't stay at that point, but because I know what I'm doing, right? Because of my research and my education and my background, I know when I need to stop. I listen to my body. I make sure I'm being in tune with myself. And so that's why I kind of tell my patients to be an advocate for themselves, right? Because you're the only one that's dealing with it. I mean, you can tell me that you have headaches. You can tell me you have back pain. You can tell me you have other issues, but ultimately you are the one that's dealing with it every day. So research for yourself, understand yourself, change your mindset to something better because what you're doing now ain't working, right? I don't want to go off on a tangent, and I know it's almost 7, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's good though. It just sounds like you're saying that that can be inclusive of just your environment change.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you put out there and what you allow yourself to see is what you're going to pull in. So if this isn't a safe space for your mind, we need to get out of there.
Even down to what you're listening to on the radio,
all of that. Exactly. Okay. This is great. I'm loving it.
Also, Erica,
besides doing a detox, can we talk a little bit about Miss Germany here, I should say. First of all, is there anything else you guys wanted to share when it comes to the mind and body? I want to make sure I wasn't kind of leaving anybody out there.
Well, one last thing about the thoughts and the power of your words. Just like I said, be careful what you're feeding yourself, as well as what your children are feeding themselves. Because if that's in your household, that's still a negative environment. I use an example. We see, and I don't know if it's because of during this pandemic, people have been kind of, looking for things to get into. And you see people just dragging other people's relationships through the mud on Facebook. And it really, it bothers me because no one is perfect, but it's so easy to put a laser on other people and laugh and talk about other people, but that's toxic. That is being toxic. Like, you're feeding your mind. This is a good time for healing for us. We should be looking into self-help things, ways to elevate yourself, ways to increase your finances, ways to get more connected spiritually and heal your body, as opposed to being, busybodying ourselves into all kinds of negativity. I definitely felt like I had to say that. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes, but we just have to be careful what we're migrating to. And be careful what you say. Just simple things. I've done it. And Dr. Petrina, she actually has a story. When I came to Dr. Petrina, again, I know how to do the eating. I know how to do the supplements and all of that, but it was something missing. And on my second visit with Dr. Petrina, this was after my mother passed, she helped take me through a mind journey that I've never had anybody do for me before. And it was very deep. It was very cleansing. And I just realized I was holding on to, oh my goodness, you all, so many hurts. I mean, it could go all the way back to when I was in 8th grade and I was bullied badly because we were church kids and we wore long, homely skirts, and people used to bully me so bad that I had to bring knives to school. Like, I've had so many hurts and so much anger and resentment that it has been building in my body for years. So no matter how well I ate, no matter how many supplements I did, no matter how much weight I lost, I am not completely healed until you heal that mind of yours, until you get control of that subconscious mind and start feeding it positivity and stop feeding it negativity. We're gonna have another seminar in a couple of weeks, and we're going to just basically just really, really focus on that. Dr. Petrina, are you in agreement we need to do that?
I am. I mean, stress will kill you. Stress will kill you.
It will.
And the body will show you that it needs help. So whether it's with the high blood pressure, whether it's headaches, whether it's mental illness, the body is telling you it needs help. The body is under some type of attack, and it is trying to tell you it needs to be fixed. So that's why I say you want to be in tune with yourself to understand what's going on, because you was not born with high blood pressure. You was not born with headaches. You was not born with all those ailments, right? So your body is trying to tell you to listen.
This is just so interesting. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, and I've shared this with you guys before, but it's like Dr. Petrina Jackson is the skeletal healer. She's telling us that we get that our skeletal system kind of keep it together, then that will be beneficial for us. As Doreen is sharing, food is medicine. I don't know how else to say it. So but this has been great. I know we have just a few minutes left here. Do you guys want to go into more questions, or do you guys want to kind of open the floor, Doctor and then Ms. Germany?
Well, we can go ahead because we want to talk about really quick the plans, what Dr. Petrina and I are doing. People would like to know how to reach us, and I've seen some questions.
Yes.
So we can talk about that very quickly, how to reach us and what we're offering to the public.
Okay, so you guys ready to give them all this great information on what the trio is kind of doing here? Because there's another extension to this that has not been discussed just yet. So I'm excited about that. So right now I'm going to open the floor to you guys, and then we'll go into questions. Is that what we want to do? Kind of answer those questions. Okay, so let's start with you, Dr. Petrina. Tell us a little bit, get us excited, or Doreen, you guys, let us have it.
Dr.
So, well, pretty much when you can reach, well, I'll tell you where you can reach me. So I'm in Richton Park, Illinois. My website is triochiropractic.com. My office address is 4143 Sauk Trail. So yeah, come see me. And I'll let Doreen tell you how you can reach her, and then we'll go into what the exciting news what we have with each other.
So I'm going to put that in the chat because I'm sure some people really want to see that. So I'm going to put Dr. Petrina's website here. And I'm sure you all,
Thank you.
You all don't mind if we go over about 5 or 10 minutes. This is about our health. You all don't mind, do you? Put a yes or a no in the chat, please. And I'm going to share
an emoji, some kind of emoji, something. Give us a thumbs up.
There you go. If you all are enjoying this information and you don't mind if we go over 5 or 10 minutes past the time, I mean, let us know. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. They said they don't mind. So that's okay. This is God wanted us to reach out to people. So, let's just continue. But I'm going to show Dr. Petrina's website. So give me a moment here. Dr. Petrina, do you mind if I show your website?
No, go right ahead.
Okay, give me a moment here.
And Doreen, will you also put that link, or put Dr. Petrina Jackson, do you mind putting the link in the chat for everyone to have as well?
Yes, it's there now.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
So this is Dr. Petrina's website. Are you all able to see that?
Yes.
Okay. So that is trio, TRIO, chiropractic.com. And that's Dr. Petrina there. And that's how I found her. And it was the best thing I ever did. So that's how you can reach Dr. Petrina. And then here's my website, mywellnessmylife.com. I do offer, we do have a detox coming up. I'm going to talk about that in just a few seconds. A very exciting new new and improved detox program, but this is my website. It's mywellnessmylife.com. You can actually go on here and schedule consultations if you would like to speak to me privately. There's stories on here. There's before and afters. There's just a lot of testimonies of healing and things like that through detoxing. So that's, again, mywellnessmylife.com. And Dr. Petrina is triochiropractic.com. But let me, I'm going to tell Dr. Petrina, you wanted me to tell what's in the plans for us?
I'm sorry, I was muted. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead.
I'm just trying to, I lost my, hold on one second. I don't know where my Zoom is. Oh, okay, there it is. I have like 4 screens, so it's on, and let me just get this, stop share. Okay. All right, so as far as the plans for the future, we are very excited to announce that we are partnering up, Dr. Petrina and I, and we are going, yes, we are very excited. And
I won't give it to them.
We're opening a wellness center. So it's going to, we have a dream of having like a huge center with women who are into just doctors that are into natural holistic healing, offering all different types of services. But we're going to go ahead and get it started. So we've already found our office space. We're about to sign our lease on it. And we'll be opening our office in either May or June. And Dr. Petrina will be offering her services, and she'll tell you some other services that she offers, too. And it's just going to be a total holistic healing. So you'll be able to get your chiropractic treatments, some things for female health, your detox. We'll be offering detox foot baths, healing applications, yoga classes, salsa. We're just going to it's just going to be a wonderful holistic healing center. So we're really looking forward to that. Dr. P, do you want to elaborate too?
No, I'm excited as well. So only thing I'm going to add to my services is yoni steaming. A lot of women, and that was another reason why when I was doing my research and having the infections and stuff like that, I got into yoni steaming. I actually went to Atlanta to meet, her name is Ajay, to do a yoni steaming with her, and it was life changing. Like literally, she changed my whole life in one treatment. So I became a yoni steaming practitioner, and so we will be offering those services as well into the holistic center. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so I feel like but there's more. Are there any other services? Because there's a trio. So is there anything else that we should be looking forward to, or any other services that we can come and get from you?
So basically, with the mind, body, because it's based off mind, body, and spirit, right? So our mission or our goal is to kind of perfect or balance that trifecta, right? So we know that mind is that last piece of the puzzle that's gonna take time to get to. And a lot of people change they'll get these thoughts where let me go change my diet. Okay, that's changing your body, right? Mm-hmm. Most of them are religious or they spiritual people in general, but it's just that getting that mind part of it on board as well. So in the holistic center, that's our goal. We want to make sure the trifecta is balanced. And so you can go out into the world and be better people and not be so angry or not be depressed or not, having those headaches and so forth and so on. So we're trying to teach you a different way of healing yourself.
This is just awesome. I'm just paying attention and trying to answer some of the questions as they come into the chat. So just so you both know, I'm watching here and I see, we have, it looks like from Latrina to everyone. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats, Dr. P. Congratulations, ladies. Many blessings to you both. Looks like from It's Wealth, you got another congrats. Santina is sending you a congrats. We have Yvette, who's saying much needed. A couple more questions kind of being squeezed in here. It looks like Al Thomas is saying congrats. So again, I just want to stress, like you're helping us here. This knowledge is great. You're looking at all of this happiness and people who are reaching out, who are potential clients that are letting you know, like we need you. We appreciate you. So this is awesome. You know, I think at one point you guys may be offering some massage therapy. You may have that coming in as well. I'm not sure if you kind of want to expand on that a little bit, but it just looks like this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see you guys doing this, and we appreciate that. Is there something you wanted to share real quick, Ms. Germany?
Yes, well, we will be, our plan, and we will speak this into existence. We are going to be expanding, but right now, so we'll be adding, there's so many holistic, measures that we'll be adding to our practice, but these are the ones that we'll start off with. But we do have a massage therapist that we are looking to possibly partner with. So that's still in the works. If that is added, we'll definitely announce it. So we'll be adding a ton of, it'll just be, like she said, mind, body, and soul healing. And I'm really excited. I'm very excited. Also, right before we open for questions, I promised all of my hundreds of previous detox clients that I was going to, announce the changes. So I will be hosting another 21-day detox program. Yay, it's been a while. I've had so many people ask me about it. And very, very, I have some people on here that's been clients, and
I'm sorry.
That's okay, bless you. Anyone that's ever that did my detox has had results. You're going to have even better results because now it's new and improved. There's going to be updated recipes, updated shopping lists, but new products that I've found, like this one I'm very excited about. I found on my detox program, I used to use agave all the time. And there were people that, suffered from like sugar fluctuations that were concerned. Well, this is stevia and monk fruit sweetener, and it works. It's like a syrup. It works just like agave, but it's 0 calories and it's all natural. So these are things that I am adding to the detox program to improve it, and updated recipes, because everyone really raves about my recipes. That's a blessing from God because I am a soul food cook. So imagine soul food flavor with a vegan detox. How do you do that? Well, you have to join my program to see how that works. And Erica, you've had my soup. When I first met you, I used to bring the soup to work, and you was begging me for more of that soup. Remember that, the curry vegetable soup?
Yes, I do. I actually attempted to make it myself again when I purchased the actual book that you have here.
Right.
I found a lot of things in there that I like, but I'm definitely an advocate for the soup. I really, really like the soup. I enjoy it, but I actually enjoy it better when Doreen makes it. So it was delicious.
But also with the 21-day detox, I'm going to be offering interactive group exercises. So we'll do things like weight training, deep breathing. One day it might be deep breathing and meditation. The next day it might be hip hop, yoga, belly dancing, salsa. So it's going to be very interactive and very exciting. The plan is for the first class to start April 11th. It's just a new forum. The way you get in is a new forum. It's, my website has been updated. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
And the thing is, we both are doing the same. We're doing the detox as well. So it's like, we're not exempt.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to be a part of that as well.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions. I know we're getting a little pressed for time here, but just a couple questions, ladies, if you guys don't mind answering them for me. So Yvette is curious she wants to know, do you both hold virtual consultations? And if so, if they could have the information, it looks like you've addressed that. Mm-hmm. So will you be having any kind of virtual consultations? Is that an option for them?
So it's definitely on my part. You just would have to call my office number, and then we can set up something and put you on my calendar.
Okay. All right. And what about you, Miss Germany?
And for me, they would just go onto my website, My Wellness, My Life. You would pay for a consultation. It's $35 if you just want a personal consultation, just to talk about whatever your health issues are. And, we can talk about it, and, I can help you with supplements and things like that. Now, if you would like, I can also do a 2-week menu. I've had a lot of success with a lot of people with that, because even when I wasn't doing the detox programs, people would go on and just pay me for a consultation. I would make you a 2-week menu specifically for you, because you may not be able to do the vegan detox. You may have issues that are not, they don't align, they don't, line up with the detox. So I can, for $50, you can pay for the consultation and the 2-week menu, and we'll talk, for 30 minutes face to face and go over everything. So.
Oh. Awesome. Our next question is it looks like from It's Wealth. They're asking, what exactly is a detox foot bath? Can you guys expand on those? I get those. I know what they are. They're awesome. They're great. But can you guys kind of share a little bit about what that is for It's Wealth?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So I'll talk about the detox foot bath because I do definitely plan to offer that in the near future. But it's just an amazing, because our feet, if you've ever had like, what do they call that? Acupressure?
Acupressure.
Yeah, acupressure. There's a lot of healing points on your foot, and toxins can enter your body through your feet as well as leave your body through your feet. And so with the foot detox baths, there's things in there that it's an ionizing bath, and it basically extracts like yeast. It can help extract parasites and candida, and it's just a host of things that can be extracted from your body with the foot detox bath. And actually, you can tell by the water what type of issues you're dealing with. Like when I had one, they were able to tell me that I was dealing with digestive issues, which I was, by the the bubbles and the way the water came out. So it's pretty amazing. It's very painless. It's just a matter of just putting your feet in there and just it's just pulling the toxins and all the putrefaction out of your body. So now this is not something that you do by itself. You do it synergistically along with a whole holistic healing. So of course, eating right, cleansing your mind, getting your chiro treatments and all of that. So that's just another way of helping to heal the body.
Okay, well, we appreciate that.
We forgot about talking about the Healy.
Oh, we're going to get to that. We haven't got to that yet. But before we do, I have to ask this question.
Okay.
I have to say this because it looks like your dad wants you to know he takes vitamin D. Dr. Jackson, he wants everybody to know that he's proud of you and congratulations. Okay, let's just get that out there. So he's very proud of you. But we do have Al, it looks like, who's asking, is this Zoom going to be recorded for them to listen to later?
That's actually a good question. I thought I did intend to record it. I thought I started at the beginning. I did not. So my apologies. This is my very first time doing a live interview like this. So there's going to be kinks. But I did start probably about 20 minutes into the session. So I have to look at it and see, it's going to be very choppy, but it is recorded. And in the future, we do plan to record them from here on out. Now, Erica, what I would love to do, I would really, really like to hear from our audience. I do. I like that personal touch. I want to reach out. So I would love, if you're okay, if Dr. Petrina, you're okay with that, if I could unmute everybody. I just want to hear from people. Is that okay?
I think it's okay. Audience, if you feel that's okay, if you can just pull yourself off of mute and try to take turns, kind of answer, asking questions or discussing. Absolutely. Let's have a conversation.
Okay. Now, if you have a lot of background noise, then you know what to do.
Right.
like mine. So let me turn it off.
Okay, Kiwi.
Can I go first?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay, I just want to say, Ms. Doreen and Dr. P, I just want to say congratulations on opening your shop. I will be the first customer. I will be there before you guys open because I know my mama going to be right next to me. So I just want to say congratulations, good job, and I'm looking forward to coming to your shop.
Awesome. Awesome. We're looking forward to having you. Thank you for that.
Yes, that's my baby. So you guys know that's my baby. So all right. Any other questions? Anybody have any other questions for you? Thank you for that, sweetheart. We appreciate that. Any other questions for anyone?
Give me a moment. I want to make sure that everybody's unmuted.
Okay.
Or I'll ask to unmute them.
And then also, I think Tina had a question as well. If you want to expand on that, you're more than welcome to ask any questions. I see a couple people in here who have been experiencing a few things that that may be a little scary, scary to ask in another platform. But again, this platform we're here to help you. Dr. P is here to help you. Ms. Germany is here to help you. You have the knowledge right here in front of you. So if it's just a question you want to either type in the chat, you can send it directly to me and I'll ask it anonymously. Or if you want to just come on off of mute and ask a question, please do.
I have a question.
And who is
Please go ahead.
into? Who's that?
Hello.
Mr. Jackson? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, this is Petrina's dad.
Hi.
Hi, Petrina's dad.
How are you, ladies?
Good.
I first want to
Now
say,
don't start no mess.
no, I'm going to be nice. I will be nice because I just left church. So basically, I just wanted to say congrats to both of you.
Thank you.
And I have always been proud of my daughter, although she's been trying to get me to be vegan, but I can't do it. But I am taking care of myself. But I just wanted to say congrats to both of you ladies, and God will work it out for you and make everything work for you.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
See that. Thank you.
So
you.
again, congrats, and I'll be talking to you later, lady.
Just like
It's always so much fun when your kids pop up and then your dad says something, right, doctor?
Right. Right, and I'm 50 years old. You talking about your dad?
Hey, always daddy's baby, right? Forever. Daddy's girl.
Yes, that's my baby.
I know that's right. I love it in you. I love it in you, Mr. Jackson.
And we appreciate you supporting her. That's very important. A father.
Yeah, I support her and my granddaughter.
Absolutely.
I just love it.
And that's for sure.
Thank you.
Let's see.
But I will support. But if by me working for CTA, we have a lot of ladies that need some help, and trust me, once I get back to work, I will refer them to both of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Now,
Hey, Doreen, thank you. I see you guys typing in the chat here. I see Doreen. I just wanted to let the audience know that again, in the actual chat, you have the website to actually reach the ladies to the doctor. And then also, I call it Dr. Germany anyway. To me, she's a doctor to me. So, but if you want to reach them, the information is definitely in the actual, Doreen, if you could type that again for us.
yeah.
The website is actually in the chat. So ladies, I mean, did you guys, the audience, I'll ask you, did you guys enjoy this? If there's anything else you wanted us to kind of touch base on, maybe we can actually touch base on it the next time. And then Dr. Petrina and Dr. Germany, if you guys, is there anything else that you could actually expand on or share with the audience regarding, if you had to just say like a last word, what is it, Dr. Petrina, that you would actually feed as briefly as you can to the audience to let them know that chiropractic or holistic ways, this is the way to go and this is why we should do it? Any last words for us?
Well, not necessarily with chiropractic. I would just basically say, always be an advocate for yourself, right? You always want to ask questions when you don't understand. As a doctor, I don't know everything, right? So if we partner together with your health, we can get you better, right? So always advocate for yourself. It's what I'm always preaching on and I'm big on.
And for me, I just want to say that be careful. Again, the mind, like that is the final piece that like I have realized is so important. Be careful of letting paranoia creep into your mind. It's very easy with what's going on today. There's a lot of mental illness going on right now. We see a lot of people out there mass shooting. There's just been, people, because there's so much paranoia and fear of what's going on, that can get in and it can rot from the inside. So be careful of your thoughts. There's a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. You don't have to pay for it. You can go right on YouTube, and it's actually in audio form. It's called Power of the Subconscious Mind. I absolutely recommend that everyone download that on your phone, and every time you get in your car, you Bluetooth that and listen to it. Also listen to it, at home. It's an amazing, powerful book. They talk about how many people have been able to overcome illnesses and heal their body just from cleansing their mind. So it's very important. Watch your thoughts. That's something that we're definitely going to be covering in the detox, and when you all come and visit us at our clinic in the summer. Also, there's a young man on here. It's my brother, Damon. I asked him, I know our time is pretty short. I wanted him to give about a 2-minute version. He has a story about working on his mind when he was dealing with some severe issues with his body since my mother passed. But it looks like he may have dropped off, so we may have to share that for another time. Are you on here, Damon? Yeah, it looks like he may have.
It doesn't appear so.
Okay. All right then. Well, I think that's me.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have
Go
a
right
question.
ahead, please. Go right ahead, Turner.
My name is Kenneth Turner down in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a Team Win member with Doreen. I deal with some high blood pressure issues, and I want to get off this medicine so bad I don't know what to do. So I wanted to get first the name of her book, and I was wanting to know, was there anything in there concerning high blood pressure?
Absolutely. That's a good question. Absolutely. Actually, diabetes and high blood pressure are the two biggest issues that we saw turn around during when I first launched that detox program. That was like 100% for anyone that had diabetes. I never had anyone that had diabetes that did not have their sugar levels come down to normal during a 21-day detox if they followed it exactly. And with high blood pressure, it was high up there on the chart. It was probably about 90%. Now the 10% that did not have results, it was because now, I didn't know back then, but now I'm finding there's the mind-body connection. So that was the part that I didn't know to tap into. So we're going to be holistically tapping into all of that, but absolutely, it's great for high blood pressure and diabetes.
What's the name of the book?
It's called 21 Days to Better Health. And I will share it one more time. I will bring it up and share it. Hold on one second here. Okay, can you see my website?
Yes.
Okay, and then you click here for the ebook, and that's the book there.
Okay.
Okay, and there's some great testimonies. If you click here, it's some awesome testimonies that some of my clients, they talk about different things that they've overcome. Gina Pfizer's on here. Gina, you're the first testimony on here. I don't know if you remember that, but your story is on this testimony on my website. So yeah, that's the ebook for you to get started.
Yes, I remember. I'm very excited about the new detox coming up. I haven't been on it in a long time, and it's like past time, way past time for me to get back to it. Definitely. So I'm ready for that.
Okay, good. Right, well.
Hey, Doreen.
Petrina. Oh, please go right ahead.
Hi, Doreen. This is Alice. We've known each other for years, and I really appreciate her. Congratulate you on your new venture.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to visiting as well and getting back into that new and improved detox program. I still go back to the old one for recipes for different things. My husband is vegetarian, not a vegan, but a vegetarian. So he's been there for almost 16 years now. But just working on looking those recipes and making different things for him and for my children. And they're like, wow, Mom, this is good. Wow. And so they've gotten away from a lot of things as they've gotten older. I don't know if with your children or not, but it was like my son doesn't like hot dogs anymore. He doesn't ask for certain things. I'm like, wow, you don't want this, you don't want that. No, Mom, I don't want. And it's not like I forced it on them, but I just like, oh, try this, it's good. What is it? It's good. That's my response. It's good. And they start to eat it and like, Mom, this is good. Wow, what is, yeah, you like it, don't you? Yeah, I really like it, Mom. So I'm looking forward to the new and improved one. I'm still going to hold on to the old one, the first one, because I think that's a classic. And I enjoy a lot of the things that are in there. I still make some of the stuff. So I'm going to stay tuned for when the new one starts. I want to sign up for the new thing and the new improved 21 day. It'll probably help me drop some of this. I'm not going to call it pandemic weight. I'm not going to do that. I have other things going on. So it's not even about that. People say use the pandemic as an excuse, but if you were above weight before pandemic, you can't blame on the pandemic.
Right. Thank you. So true.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not gonna even go there. I'm just gonna say I would love to get even healthier. And I think the 21 day would really be a great jumpstart into that. My husband started somewhere. He's been no rice, no pasta, none of that, you know, for the past few weeks, and he feels so much better. But I know there are other things that I can do for him, for us rather, to help us even to be healthier, you know, because with the bread, you know, he hasn't even eaten meat or seafood in almost 16 years. He's still overweight, which is not a good thing, you know. You know, and we already figured out it's the bread and the sweets and stuff that's probably contributing a lot to his not being able to. He was doing totally raw. He's been totally raw for years. He did that, and then he got off the raw. And I'm going to do a little cooked, and then he just kind of migrated back to the cooked stuff. And I said, you need to go back on the raw stuff, you know. Yeah, I know. But he just got attached to the regular, you know, cooked stuff. And then he started realizing how his body was getting, and he's like, you know, the weight's not coming off. And I can get the weight, I can do that. Nah, you need a little bit more toning, you know, a little bit more concisement, not all over the place, not, you know, get away from this other stuff. So anyway, I digress. But I'm looking forward to the new program. I won't take any more of your time, ladies. Thank you. Looking forward to meeting your partner, Dr. Petrina, in person as well. And all for that Noni Steam thing too.
Yes.
I did that as Doreen and I have both visited this Chinese spa that we go to.
Spa.
And they offer it. I think it's the same thing. Am I correct, Doreen?
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same thing. I just do a little bit different than what they're doing. They just put you on a pot there. I do other things other than that.
Oh, okay. So I'm familiar with that. Looking forward to that as well.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
I just want to speak to what she just said. So she just mentioned that her husband has been a vegetarian for 16 years, right? And she said he's still overweight. As you can see, it's not just, it is about diet, right? But also that mind, body, and spirit, right? So it's that trifecta. All that plays a part. If your body is stressed, you're not going to lose weight. If you're dealing with high blood pressure, you're not going to lose weight because that's part of stress. If you're having headaches, those type of things. So that getting that trifecta in place and calming that body down would allow everything to start falling off naturally, right?
Wow.
So like she said before, Doreen said before, getting that last piece, that mindset, right, is what you need to complete that trifecta. I just wanted to, when she said that, I was like, okay, yeah, he's been a vegan for 16 years, a vegetarian for 16 years. And is still making it, because you can be a overweight vegan or vegetarian based off what you're eating. There's a lot of processed foods out there that you can eat that's vegan and vegetarian now, right?
Okay.
So it's all that plays a part. I just wanted to kind of come in and piggyback off of what she was saying. I'm not trying to put her husband down or anything like that, but that was just a good example to show you that you need that three. You need that mind, body, and spirit all in place or intact.
Absolutely.
To heal and to lose or whatever, you know, what your goal is for yourself. You need all that in place. So that's what our mission is for the office, is to get that trifecta on board. So you as a person can say, okay, look, I had been doing XYZ for the past week. I need to stop, right? I can't make you stop because that's you, right? Only you know what you're dealing with within your body. So, but we're here to give you that education so you can recognize when you need to correct. But thank you for sharing. I don't know what her name was, but thank you for sharing.
That was Alice, and to piggyback as we close. Yes, to piggyback, Dr. Petrina, you said something very important. No health practitioner or doctor can heal you. Okay. We can lead you, we can give you the tools, and we can give you the direction and the guidance, you know, and show you. But it does come from it has to come from within, right, Dr. Petrina? And that's very important for me. for me, just now discovering that I've been missing that mind thing for so long, because even though I lost 80 pounds, I needed to lose a total of about 120 pounds. So I've been holding on to that last 30 pounds for years, not knowing why. Why is it? Why am I holding? I'm like, oh my God, it's just because I'm stressed, because I've been under a lot of stress. But there's been so many things I've been holding for so many years. Even though I did lose 80 pounds, I haven't been able to lose that last 30, no matter what I eat, what I do, because it was the mind thing. So now that I'm aware of that, I've been working on it, and it's just really amazing. The results, first of all, in the body alone, just the aches and pains that have been leaving as a result of conditioning your mind. So we are definitely going to be working more on that, because as a whole, as a nation, as a society, and even as a culture, we need some mind healing as well too, right? So,
and Doreen, if I could just say to Dr. Petrina, my husband did lose about 100 pounds when he started on his journey. He did lose a lot, tremendous amount of weight. He was almost unrecognizable. But when he got and migrated back between the raw and the
That's what
food, that's where I think the issue came in. He started back, you know, eating sweets and things like that. You know, he still never ate any meat. You know, always totally vegetarian. But I think the raw foods when he was doing the raw really helped him to drop that weight, and along with exercise, of course, helped him a whole lot. His mindset was like, hey, I don't care whatever it takes, because he had a condition in his body that was very painful for him. So someone introduced him to the raw foods and let him know that through the raw foods, the water would heal his body. And it did just that. I mean, he doesn't have that issue anymore. But continuing on in that journey, I think, or getting back to that raw food thing, I think that would really, really help him to drop the extra weight that he has gained. But his mindset was definitely there. I mean, you couldn't stop him. When he got on that journey, he was on. He was telling people at work, they were like, oh, you should try it. I'll get on with you for 30 days. I'm like, I thought you were going to get off this month. Well, such and such said they wanted to do it, so I want to get on with them. And it just kept going. And months turned into years. So he did great by it. You know, he really did great by it, except what I say, he switched over to the cooked foods. And I think that's where when he did the transition of, I'm going to do cooked foods for a while, and it kind of stayed with it a little too long, you know.
Another I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No, go ahead.
Another thing that we're going to add into the office is the ABO diet. So basically, I don't know if you guys know about that, right? So based off what your blood type is. So like type A, there are more fruits and vegetables and less meat. So we're going to also have that a part of the office as well, to kind of, educate people on that. And then with your husband, he has that mindset, right? But see, when everyday life and stressors and all that come apart, sweets is like my go-to thing is chips. I love me some salt and vinegar chips, right? So I'm not saying that do this and that's it. No, what I'm saying is I want you to recognize that there is a problem, right? Even if you know how to fix it, stop it and fix it. That's all I'm saying, that once, like you said, your husband had that mindset and he understood, he knew what he needed to do. He knows what he needs to do. He just needs to go back and do it.
Okay.
All right. So we definitely want to thank everyone for the questions, and it's appreciated, So Dr. Petrina and Ms. Germany, are we going to be having another health chat soon? Just a quick yes or no, so we can see what you get people excited again here, because this looks like it could have went on and on.
Yeah,
we definitely will.
I would definitely like us to talk more, especially, I mean, there's so much we didn't cover, but just, even just talking more about the mind thing, making people aware of just how important that is. We just only scraped the surface. Right,
yeah, stress, most definitely. We may talk about stress.
Okay, well, that's something that we all can actually relate to, I think, right?
Most definitely, yeah.
All right, we want to thank our panel here today. Thank our audience for actually coming in and asking the questions and being part of this great day for them. Congratulations to the both of you. And then as Doreen's stressing, food is medicine and it's suggested that we use it as such. So for great recipes and more, make sure you visit her website at mywellnessmylife.com. And also, if you got to keep that body in line, we want to stay in line with our chiropractor, Dr. Petrina Jackson, to keep the kinks out. And you can actually visit her at triochiropractic.com. Again, we want to thank you guys so much for staying here with us. And we ran over a little bit, but we appreciate you. Remember, food is medicine. And keep the kinks out, like Dr. Petrina Jackson said. Thanks for staying with us.
All right, take care.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
guys.
everyone. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and end the chat. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and end it, okay? All right, take care.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.